Third time's a charm, right? Well, I don't know about you. This spring I'm waiting on some water. It's inevitable. I'm going to make a shout out, of course, again, touch the earth, but I want you to read this excerpt for yourself. I'm going to pause that in a second, but I wanted to focus on this museum series. Check out the bottom row. It's proportional size difference. These are points from Highlands and Crosslands, pretty much one area, but we're going to get some up close and personals. This is exceptional stuff in full view. Look at all these. Exceptional. These are my display quality pieces. I just pulled them on out. First, I want to show you something. Incredible stuff. These are the only ones that I have wet, but I wanted to show you this greenish, bluish point. It's bifurcated. It's old. Just incredible. Just kept as a favorite. It's got its own qualities, you know. It's got serrations going on. It's endured the ages. Don't know what to think about it other than that it's just a sweet ancient Indian artifact. I mean, look at that point. And then the unique thing about the one above it is that it's fluted on both sides. And I might add, this tip is not broken. It is smooth as a baby's bottom. Can I get that in there really close for you? Let me put this one on top. I'm working on a time frame because I got cut off the last time and I want to try to make this happen. This is smooth from some type of grinding that's been going on. Just completely smooth. Wasn't snapped off. It's smooth on the outer edges. Just crazy. But that flute is very interesting on this. And then on this side, look at the flute as well. It's just relieved. If I can get the lighting worked, I don't know if I can show you that. I don't know if it's going to pick it up. It's relieved from back here. There we go. Up to here. Craziness, right? There it is again. All I can think about that is it's cool. Good stuff and great ancient Indian artifacts. Enough time on those. Never have enough time, right? Now, Touch the Earth. If you remember, I made a shout out for this book yesterday. I want to show you something. A name. Many who study the ancient Indian and pre-Columbian Indian or colonial age up to the early 1800s know the name of Chief Joseph Nez Perce. And you can pause this and read this. It's exceptional reading. Love for you to get the book. It'll change your life. And down here in the bottom was an excerpt that I just chose out for today. Just go ahead and check that out. Easy to pause, easy to bring it up. It's just worthwhile. I'm telling you what, it will absolutely change your perspectives. And so, that was my advocacy just for the history of it all. Now I want to show you these points. Exceptional stuff. I mean, check some of this stuff out that we're going to talk about. I'm going to go right across the bottom here. And I'll let you know, it's all one area, so I'll probably just use the word Crosslands for most of this stuff. But points that I set aside as favorites, and you'll see they're not all perfect, not all balanced as people might say are perfect, but they are exceptional, complete artifacts. Nice point to kick it off, right? These are all found in the same field, same site. I mean, look at this. Unbelievable, right? Same field, same site, same area. Look at this triangle. To give you perspective on the film, how big is it? It's fairly big. It's not any little triangle. I mean, this is crazy stuff, as you can see. Can't handle it that much because it just takes too long to show. And look at these two. Yeah, look at these two triangles found really close to one another. Of course, this drill was found recently in a little bit different spot across, 200 yards away. But these triangles were found real close to one another. Look at them. They are thin. They're unique. You can see how they work the back side of them. This one's really great. Love it. Can I show you about it? I know my time because I got cut off last time, so forgive me if I'm talking too fast, but I really want you to be able to see these, and I want it to be some quality with this natural light. and I decided I would take another 10 minutes and work at it to see if I could get a decent on a second try or third try. Love that point. Of course, it's one of my favorite styles. This point. Why not, right? Crosslands is a great place. These 2 points, of course, these 2 little points at the bottom I'm going to show you. This one is sweet. It's a little piece of rhyolite. Found at Crosslands. The funny thing is, this was found at Highlands. Now, the reason there's 2 names is because Highlands I knew about, knew was a site before Crosslands, but I always crossed over Crosslands to get to Highlands, and I just kick myself now because I was crossing over a site that was super rich, richer than Highlands, if that doesn't confuse anybody. Now, check these artifacts out. Rhyolite. 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 It's just so redundant. It's so funny. It's a 13-day foot trip to the Uwahari Mountains where this rhyolite comes from. Look at the relief on the back. It's a great point right there. One of my favorite styles. This, which I don't know, I might guess is an early woodland point. Nice piece. You're going to love this piece as we get going around. This is from Crosslands, a smoking piece of smoky quartz. Great quality quartz. My goodness, right? And as we go down, love this piece. Interesting thing about this piece is there's a lot of the pieces that I find there that have this variated. It's not rhyolite. It's some variated material, just like this point here I showed you here. Interesting difference, right? Another point found right close by too, because this field is just to give you a perspective, maybe 200 yards by 200 yards. It's pretty much a square search area that's pretty full for the full square. Look at the relief on the back of that. It's nice, isn't it? Now we have a Guilford Strait. Time periods of this field really spread out dispensationally. Early archaic, right up to woodland, which is really cool. One of my favorite types, of course, the Guilford. Just a nice piece all together in rhyolite. Love it. Now let's go around this circle. I think I'll just start right here. Big piece of quartz. Big piece of quartz. Milky quartz. But then look at this. Want to talk about a piece of bloody quartz? No blood involved. It's deep rose. And on the other side of this deep rose point is a whitish quartz. I mean to tell you, right? It's a unique piece. Worth keeping in a collection, right? Look at this. You're going to see the real variance of materials here. Smoky quartz on the site. Look at this material difference. From one site, they just used everything that worked. Really worked the milky quartz well to make a point out of. Great Marl Mountain right here. Strong, durable. I love these because every inch is worked. Notch point. If this were wet, it would be sort of purplish. Great stuff. You know, when I come across these, so many of these were times when I wouldn't say the conditions were ideal to go out. I wasn't sure I would find anything. So many times it's worth going out and making that effort. Look at that point. These right here you're looking at are all over 2 inches. And look at this prize I found just in 2015, just last year. Absolutely stunning point. This is in my bin of favorite points, you know. People say G10 or whatever, I mean, but this was just exceptional in every way to me. Just a real love. It's a favorite piece. I mean, how could it not be? And then this piece I found real early. One of the first points that let me know that Highlands was a site was this point. Big. Time is pressing me and I'm like, oh no, I don't want this to cut off again. But across the country, I'll give you an idea of coastal Piedmont and eastern North Carolina artifacts from one particular site that I can hunt. Happens to be one site that's not open now. A lot are. If I get heavy rain, I'll probably find a bunch of new artifacts. It's just the way it is. The earth is full around here. Nice piece right here, another marl mountain made out of milky quartz. Strong stuff. Real well worked, every inch of it. Look at this base on this sugar quartz piece from Crossland. Something else, right? And then there's a marl mountain. A little bit of smoky quartz passed in there. And then as we finish up, I don't know if I showed you that drill close enough. Exceptional, right? We'll go to the middle. Of course, it puts out LaCroix there too. I also found a sugar quartz LaCroix. I didn't get to put it in there. I think I'm going to give it away. That's probably why it's not in there, and this is not focusing in good. Nice little piece here. You know, I love these little pieces. I look at my time, I think we're good. I'm watching it count down. I have a limited amount of time on this thing. Love this. Of course, it's a favorite. And look at this little piece. Smaller than a nickel, as you can see. Found this at Highlands, of course, but it's in the higher, that's why I say it's from the higher part. Great little piece. And then, stunning piece. Did not have this on film. Didn't even film document things when I found this. In the dry one day, just went out there to see what I could find, and I remember it's tobacco, and there was just not a whole lot to find, but there was this, and so it was so worth the trip out there. As you can see, this is an incredible piece. It's been highlighted before, but this material is unique. Had to be traded in. Exceptional in every way. And it's really just as nice as it looks. I mean, it's just crazy stuff. Look at that. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to Indian Trace. I don't want this to cut off again because I certainly don't want to try to film this again. But, hey, it's worth it. Points from Highland, points from Crosslands right here. Just exceptional. I hope you all find this spring, and thank you for tuning in to Indian Trace. And that right there, that's Indian Trace.